Hey, dear for Next Ray. Starting a new playthrough of Void War on Torment 6 difficulty. It's part of a series I'm doing of instructional commentary games to help people try to get through the game on Torment 6. I saw some posts on Reddit and other forums, Steam, saying they're having trouble breaking through Torment 5 and 6. I figured this might help them out, at least on Torment 6, maybe even higher. And so I'm going to be doing some unconventional ships and commander combinations, and I think it's because on Torment 6, even though you have lower scrap, you can get away with things that would not normally work or be recommended on higher level Torments. I think it's fun to play the game that way, right? You kind of left to a little bit of luck, or hopefully that the Fallen God King smiles upon you and gives you a little luck in the game that you can exploit to make the system you start out with, the disadvantage, work by the time you get to the boss fight. So since I had a pretty good, or I guess successful game that I managed to win on Torment 6 with Exile and the starting ship, so I figured today I'd try something new. I have not played the Mutant yet. And from what I've read in various documents, strategy or just strategy guides on the net posted by some Torment 12 players, say the Mutant's not really the most powerful commander. He's got, in terms of grades, of a S tier, top tier, then A, B, C, D, E, F. He's considered to be like a C tier type commander, but he's got some benefits for him. He's got 120 hit points. He's got a 4 DPS damage, and he breaks doors and moves fast. And he's got 2 weapon slots and 1 tool slot. So he could carry, for example, a device that reduces enemy DPS in his tool slot. He could eventually carry a fusion charge for the boss. He could even carry a heavy translocator, right? Let's say you find one of those, that'd be great. And so if you have a way to get him on the enemy ship, he's going to be very damaging if you get him well built up. And you compare the Exile. The Exile is one of the all-around better commanders to use on almost every ship. But he's got a tool slot. He can carry fusion charges, and he can tank with armor and carry weapons. So he's also really good. You see me play through with him. But I like having the additional weapons. Another commander that's kind of similar is the Cannibal, and the Cannibal, you see he's got the weapons, but he just has armor. And I think for the higher Torment players, those who play Torment 12, I don't see that many, or they don't seem to buy too much armor or spend any scrap on it. That's because scrap is a lot more precious, and you have to be very careful how you spend it. So they're not typically using armor on any of their units, as far as I can tell. Though if they get free armor, they'll probably use it, right? But I do like, it does attract me having these weapons. You get dual weapons like that, and you get powerful enough weapons. It's almost like having there's a module in the game called Tower Skulls that makes your commander really powerful for 30 seconds, and this is basically like having a Tower Skulls, but it just stays elevated, right? If you get 2 weapons that are really high, like he's already got a 4, right? So if you get like I guess a +3/+3, something like that, you've got a 10, right? Which is really good. So we're gonna try the Mutant. I've never played him before, and I'm going to use them on a ship that may or may not be recommended either. So let's take a look at the ships. I'm going to be picking the Relic Freighter A. Now, in terms of ship categories, I think a lot of the gameplay or your strategy for different Torms is kind of designed on the best ship that will get you through to the end. I mean, the ship that offers you the best chance to survive and has, I guess, the most positives and the least disadvantages. This ship is, from one guide I saw, and it was written by a Torment 12 player, and the guide's out and is dated. It's not up to date for, I guess, the release version of the game. It doesn't include many of the ships. And considers this ship to be a class ship, with S being the best. And the reason why it's so good, a couple of reasons, is that one, it's got a way to get you on board the enemy ship. It has a Deathbringer cultist. He's pretty strong. He's got 40 hit points. It has a spell called Chaos Rift. Chaos Rift will it's basically like a translocator, but it teleports the crew members into random rooms. So that's the only disadvantage is that, and you can also do it without sending over the caster. So the Psyker can stay here on the ship, and let's say we had 4 people in this room here, we could just send it over here, he cast it here, and then all 4 would show up in random rooms in the enemy ship. So even though that's good, you get them on the ship, it's a problem because you can't target what room they're going to be in. Ideally, when you go on the enemy ship, you want to start off in their weapons room to take down weapons so they can't hurt you, right? Or you may decide to go after shields first if you have weapons that charge up really fast and can get damage going. But in this case, so you're going to have a way to, and with your crew members in different rooms, they're going to be weaker than if they're together, right? So Now, the thing about the Mutant, though, is he has a door break speed, 100%. So if he has good weapons, and as you get through the game, the doors are reinforced, which they will be, then he should be able to bash through the doors, then meet up with the Death Knight wherever he is. Now, you could also, conversely, maybe give the Death Knight a... he has, I can't remember, he has, I think he has one weapon slot. I think he has a tool slot. Yeah, he has a tool slot and an armor slot. So you could also, for example, give the Death Knight maybe give him a weapon that also breaks doors, and so maybe that'll make it easier for them to meet up together. So, but not ideal. I mean, you could also perhaps use your weapons to try and, once you break shields, shoot out the door system, and then your crew can, not worry about the doors. But that's not really ideal. Obviously, it's kind of slow, but having these two at the start should give me extremely powerful boardings. The Death Knight, you see here, he's got 140 hit points, 5 DPS, and he also has a slot. He's got a Psyker slot. Currently, it's occupied by a spell called Smother, which it's kind of useless to me, but it does play on the Death Cult theme of this ship. This ship has a lot of elements that benefit the Death Cult way of playing, I guess. Like, for example, you have a Corp FC module, which has the repair speed of poison enemies. So if you shoot these putrefactors into the enemy systems and they make contact, it'll unleash poison gas, toxic gas, and so then they'll have a problem with that'll make it take a little bit longer for the air breathing enemies to repair it, right? And that's good for you. That benefits you. Now, of course, one challenge is that doesn't benefit the Mutant. The Mutant is not resistant to poison, while the Death Knight is. In fact, all these Death Knight cultists, or excuse me, all these Death cultists are immune to poison, which again follows the theme of this ship being a Death Cult ship. So another strategy going into this for a commander not immune to poison is to get something like a Purify spell, or something else that would help. Maybe, I don't know if he can't have armor. See, he wouldn't be able to wear any armor that would prevent him from getting poisoned, and he also can't have any suits that would make him immune to suffocation. So he could be a problem on ships where you have suffocation. Now, he's got a lot of health, so ideally you want to try and keep him tanked up in health so he can hit those ships without air and be able to battle them. So that's going to be a weakness. There are some, when you get to exclusion zones, which we will be traveling through, that will be something I'll have to watch out for. I may even want to consider getting a auto surgeon just to keep him tanked up in health, right? Or getting a psyker who has rejuvenate to keep him healed up. Of course, that's another use of scrap on resources that don't help us necessarily beat the boss, right? So there's going to be some challenges. This is, again, not really a recommended setup. Now, one guy that said that the recommended commander you want to use for this, ironically, would be somebody like the Exile, or maybe even the Archmage. The Archmage is a character who has he has a weapon slot and 2 psyker slots. And I know there's some debate on Steam if this is a good character or not. There's a thread about it on Steam that I saw. Didn't read through the whole thing, but I know some of the Torment 12 guides I've seen seem to indicate he's pretty good one, because he's got those 2 slots. The problem to solve is just to try and get some good psychomancies for his slots. Like Drain Strength would be a good one, Purify, maybe Rejuvenate, so he can rejuvenate the party while they're boarding. So he's also a good one to play with. I think I've used him on a game. I can't remember what tournament it was, but I haven't used him a whole lot just yet, because I've been typically randomly picking the commanders. But he's considered to be a good commander. I guess I don't know if it's an A or B list type commander. You could also, I guess, go with the Cyberfuse. Cyberfuse is he's considered to be a little bit less useful than Exile. Part of the reason he's got that, he can't really move without his translocator, right? And I don't use Cyberfuse a whole lot so far. I mean, I played him in one game, and it's just kind of a hassle dealing with that translocator, right? You gotta wait. If the battle's over, you have to wait about 20 seconds in between moves. Like if I want to get him healed or put him back on the command throne, I gotta wait 20 seconds, right? So that just gets kind of old. And if I try to do a video on him, it's the same thing. Y'all have to sit there and watch and wait for his translocator to charge back up so I can move him again, and that just gets kind of annoying. So I did put in a suggestion on the game's Discord, if they could have it where when the battle's over, you can just move them wherever you want. But I don't know if they may not do that, because part of the game is even after the battle's over, you may have some malices or penalties to deal with, like your ship may be on fire, or having other problems like your life support may be down, needs repair. So they may not make that change, but still, if you can deal with that, he's still really powerful. 100% repair speed, poison resistance, suffocation resistance, a lot I think there's quite a few Torment 12 players who do like this commander and use them. So, but anyway, so going back to the mutants, I'm going to pick the mutant, and we're going to try the this Relic A Cruiser, Relic A Freighter. I also want to mention, if you're still, I'll just mention a note about this, and I'll continue. If you're trying to get through the game in Torment 6, and you're not, and note that all the suggestions or all the combinations using so far are not really recommended. Okay, so I've been kind of just been hopefully waiting on luck of the game to give me what I need to get me through to the to succeed at the boss battle. So now another ship that's supposed to be really good, and it's considered to be like S tier, like top tier, is the Field Piercer, this Explorator B, which I guess is a techno-cult theme type ship. And this ship here is supposed to be top notch, and for a number of reasons. One, it has the assault cyborg, supposedly one of the best boarding units in the game. It has its own translocator, so he can board on the enemy ship by himself. And he also reduces the maximum power of the nearby enemy system by 1, and you can combine that with this ship's heavy ion lance. Have a heavy ion lance, so you can disable the ship system. One guide I saw said that you want to ideally have the cyborg in the boarded into the room with the system. You want to ionize first, so it can start taking down the power in there, and then you want to ionize the system. So I guess that'd be good for like weapons. You jump into the enemy system's ship armaments room and start battling there. And he's got 130 hit points, right? He'll survive quite a bit. And I think he has one weapon slot, if I remember right. It doesn't say here. I think he has a weapon slot. Nothing else, though, just a weapon slot. And while he's chewing away at the enemy defenders, then you ionize that weapon system. You're going to take a lot of the weapons down, especially some of the heavier weapons. And then that gives time for your Storm Cannon 2 to fire 3 shots, 16 charge time, a little bit slower than other weapons. So it might be good to get some additional weapons so you can start doing damage a little bit quicker, maybe a missile system at some point. Now, one challenge with this ship, maybe you've noticed already, is it doesn't have any doors, have a door system. Now, that's not a huge liability because you can take and move. Apparently, I didn't know this, you can move a crew up to a door and then open or close it. So you could, I played this ship the first time, you see, actually my second time. I've gone through this ship one time, and on the first sector, my crew burned to death because I didn't realize I didn't have a door system. It was stupid. But I didn't know that you could get a crew member, get him right up to one of these hatches right here and open the door. So as long as you have a door system, if you move a crew next to the door, you can open it. So that's how you clear out fires. So it just means you got to do a little micromanagement if your ship catches on fire. Get your crew to either, if you don't want them to take damage putting it out, you got to manually open the doors. Now, by moving to the tile and then opening it. I've never done that, but I assume that's the way it works. Now, one thing that I don't really like too much, I'm not really crazy about these flux priests. I mean, I know this benefits the ship because that means less power. A flux priest, if you're in a room here, it'll provide you 1 extra power. So this ship, the way it's set up is that you don't have every system fully powered. You'll have 1 less power than you need. Like here, this is engine 3, and it's really got power for 2. It's got 2 blocks assigned, and this flux priest is adding the 3rd power. The only problem I have with this is that if something happens in one of these rooms, like they catch on fire, they got gas, I know they're poison resistant, but if you have, or they're boarded, you have to move out of here, then that takes away your power, especially knowing the shield room. Because I remember in my game I played on Torment 6, the Exile Imperial Cruiser A, I had one of these guys in the shield room, and then every time he was we're getting boarded or attacked, or he had to run out of there, I'd lose my shield, right? My shield would drop by 1. Now, I just found that annoying, so I eventually just bought the power. And the power early in the game is cheap. I think it's like 20. It's like if I were to play this system, I'd probably just go ahead and buy the power. It's an extra use of scrap, I know. Or I guess I'd wait a little bit. But at some point, if I had extra scrap, I'd probably go ahead and get that power replaced. And then these guys, I would also get these crewmen replaced. I'd probably replace them with regular engineers. And then these guys would just become my fire marshals, right? They'd run around. If we have a fire, they just go and open the doors. That's what I'd use them for. Because they're also a liability. If something happens, like gosh forbid, a radiant blaster goes in here, takes them out, well, they're going to blow up and do 20 damage to anybody that's next to them, and then they're going to ionize the system. So what I'd probably do if I ever do a playthrough on this and get enough scrap, I'm just going to probably get an assault sled or a translocator, teleport them over, and just use them as human explosives, right? Anyway, that's probably more than you want to hear about this, but I just want to tell you, if you're looking for options to get through the game, my suggestions aren't working on Torment 6. You could try this ship with the Exile Commander, and I may even try that in an upcoming playthrough just to see how easy or difficult it is with this configuration. So just an FYI. Anyway, let's get back to the main point of this playthrough. Sorry about that. I mean, those of you who are interested in trying to be on Torment 6, it might be good information for you. So let's go ahead and get this going with the Mutant Commander and the Relic Freighter A, Grasp of Ruin. And I have beaten this. I've only beaten with this ship on Torment level 3. So let's go ahead and launch. We'll talk about strategy. So I've already got really strong boarding, right? These two guys are really powerful. What I need to do is just move these guys into the same room. I'll probably get this guy in the weapons room, or get him closer to my mutant, right? Mutant's okay on the throne. In fact, I don't really need to keep the mutant on the throne, right? I mean, what happens if he gets off of it? Oh, we go 0. I guess I do. So I'm probably gonna do is get somebody who can, what happens if he leaves the engine room? Let me see. Well, I don't lose much. You know, maybe I should put him on the throne. I'm trying to think how I can configure this, because I'm going to be boarding with this guy, right? And I don't want my evasion to go completely down. So I could, like, put these guys in the same room. Well, he moves really fast. I forgot he moves fast. I could put him on the throne. My intention is to get more crew. I'm going to get more crew. I'm going to need more crew for sure. Okay, now we have only a 10 evasion. Not incredible. Okay. So I could leave him there for now. Maybe I should put him on shields. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to think about how I want to do. You know, I like having my weapons up. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to keep him on weapons. Because that'll keep my weapons. And also, I don't like, you always forget to recharge, set up your weapons. Make sure when you start the game, always get your weapons activated. Because the game doesn't do that for some reason. I have no clue why. Alright, so, I need somebody on the throne. Man, this is stupid. I'm so stupid. Okay, so I'll have to stay here. I guess I'll leave him there in the engines. Maybe I should leave him on shields. At least he's fast. I'm glad he's fast. Okay. Okay, so I cut a segment there. I was trying to optimize placing my mutant next to my Death Knight, but I found that if I move these guys off the throne, I couldn't warp, right? So I had to have somebody there. So let's look at the terrain, see what we got to do. Oh, we have a crew place right here. Ugh. I hate that. I hate having the crew here because I want to purchase some crew members for the ship. So this is not a good start. We don't have any more. Yeah, alright. So you know what, because we got this is going to be to our disadvantage at this level, because I think a strategy for this is we need to get either a we need to get more powerful crew on this ship to maintain things, and having this right here means you won't be able to afford anything. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start a new game. I think it's no problem if you see that the starting sector doesn't favor you. I think you ought to just restart, right? Because you haven't cracked level 6 yet. You want to get through it, and if you can't get good crew, can't get any kind of crew here at the start of this game, then I just don't see the point, right? I'd rather have the shops I visit over here. I mean, it's okay to decide between shops, but I really want crew, and I'm not going to get the crew, right? So I'm just going to start a new game. Let's start a game to our advantage. So let's do a restart, see what happens here. Okay, I did a restart, and leave everybody as they are, and let's check the terrain. Okay, it's a little better now. Now we got a little bit better terrain. And where's the crew? Crew's way over here. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. And I only need to stop by the first shop, so let's see. We have an option to do it. Let's see what's available. Okay, we have system, module, ship armament. Maybe we'll find a good module system. Maybe we'll find a good system. Ship's armament, equipment, consumables. Don't really need consumables, right? Equipment, though. Equipment's good for boarding. I think we need equipment. I'd like a module, but I think equipment is better just to enhance our boarding. I'm really trying to lean into the boarding. So we're going to look at equipment and maybe some ship's armament. And then we're going to see about crew. I'd like to get some more crew here. Missiles would be nice, but we'll look into missiles in the next sector. So that's what I'm going to go for. Alright, let's move to the first node and see where our first challenge will be. We got 7 munitions. Okay, nice. Alright, that's a good sign. And we eventually finally get something to use munitions with. And now we have an asteroid field. Good, we'll get some extra score for going there. And we have a blood cultist ship. Alright, so I'm going to run you here. He's really quick. I guess I can run him here and run you here, and then I'm going to get him on the ship. And they have a hull reaper, so we'll have to make sure we don't lose too much hull. And these guys are vulnerable to our weapons. So they do have reinforced doors. Oh, it's current power 1. Okay, so and that's as long as they man it. Okay, so let's Chaos Rift into the enemy ship, and let's see where we end up. Okay, I'm in the door room. Good. And I'm also fighting him on the throne. Okay, that's good. So I'm just we're gonna take these, and I have a guy in there. I'm gonna run in here. So I can run here, and one thing that's nice, he's really quick. He can stop these cultists from moving around, or at least he can interrupt their spells, right? Okay, interrupted him, and we're gonna run to their weapons room. I think it makes sense to do that. Let's go in the weapons room. Now, these blood cultists could have spells like if they have a whatchamacallit, they have something like a drain strength. That's going to be bad for our guys, right? I may have to pull them back. And a drain strength lasts a long time. It's like 20 seconds. So that's another reason why I'd like to get an Imperial crew member like with Purify. Purify would help me. I could recall them, cast the Purifier. Even cast the Purifier before they go on the enemy ship, right? Here we are trying to find what's their DPS. 2. So they only have DPS 2. One's trying to cast. I'm going to run here and interrupt them. Oh, the doors are up again. Ooh, I can't do it. Okay, I don't know what happened. To heal him? Okay. So I gotta be careful now. Now the doors are down. So let me see. Almost got through a door there. Okay, I got through a door and interrupted him. Good. Okay. And this guy's gonna take out. Hopefully. Okay, we got the weapons damaged now. We took out. Oh, we took out one. Okay, so that means they're not gonna have an easy time. This does 2 hull damage. Okay, so now we can start firing at them. And I guess what I'm gonna do is start firing at shields. Take shields down, and I gotta make sure I don't accidentally destroy the ship. And I guess I'll try and take out their hull ripper too. And let's see, I'm interrupting them. I'm gonna go in here and help you come in here and help me with the doors. Okay, now we got the shield damage, and we damaged their hull ripper. And what I just wanted to, it looks like, we took a shot to the engines. Okay, wasn't expecting that. And he didn't have any more spells, right? Yeah, okay. He's about to cast another spell. I guess I'll send my guy up there to interrupt him, right? What's he got? I'm going to get poisoned up there. Oh, he's just summoning a thrall. I don't care about that. Yeah, so I'm going to keep my guy here so he doesn't get poisoned. Okay, we got the doors destroyed. And now we're going to go back into weapons. Maybe we can finally get the weapons destroyed. I'm waiting for my weapon. All the weapons coming back online. What was that? Oh, that was an asteroid. An asteroid hit their ship. Okay, I got to really watch the hull, because the game will end quickly if we get 3 damage on him, right? So I may just shields are hurt, but he's not manning shields. That's why they're not coming up. So what I may do, if weapons are about ready to go, I'm gonna kill one of these other guys here and then warp back. Let's see. I don't really care about the thrall. Okay, the weapons are destroyed, so I'm gonna recall now, and that way we can finally end this, I hope. So I'll just go after this guy. Go after shields, they don't come up, hopefully. We got one more weapon. And he's sending a thrall my way, so we'll run over here. I took a lot of damage. Let's see. Okay, so I guess the thrall won't show up because we managed to destroy their ship, so. Okay, you run back on the throne. Okay, 28 scrap, decent, alright. That went well. I took a lot of damage though, more damage I thought from that, so. And that's probably because I was running around, so yeah, I guess I can see now why the mutants considered a little weak. So I took about 40% damage. So we're gonna have to heal up a bit and move on to the next system. So let's move on. Let's see what we get here. Maybe I should have gone for systems instead. Okay, now we're attacked by the Imperials, and they got a bunch of Husks, but we're gonna do the same thing. I'm a little bit healed. So again, we're gonna try to focus on weapons. They don't have a door system, so I'm gonna really try and get weapons down. I'm probably gonna recall after that. Now these guys, he has a Purify, and that's it. Just okay, good. I'm not worried too much about it. Weapons. Okay, they got 2 shots on our shields. They can't take down our shields. We gotta go after weapons. Okay, let me get the spell going. Okay, where do we end up? Okay, we're up there. I want to go into weapons room. Okay, weapons are hurt. We got the more dangerous cannon down, which is good. And I'm gonna keep killing more. And these are Imperial recruits. They only have DPS 3. And when weapons are up, I may try to just take them out. See if we can get the weapons destroyed, and then we'll head back. How's my health? 75. Yeah, see, I'm getting kind of low there. Okay, weapons destroyed. Recall. Now we're going to fire into shields. And good. Shields destroyed. Alright, so all we have to do now is just get back on weapons. And I guess my guy can get on shields. Oh, you know, maybe I should... Oh, yeah, we don't have to worry about evasion, right? Okay, we have some fire coming in here, so we need to watch out. Where's the fire in there? Okay, watch the fire. My Imperial Cruiser A playthrough, I accidentally let the fire destroy my life support, and then everybody burned to death. It's terrible. Really dumb. Okay, weapons up. Let's fire. Where are they at? We'll fire into weapons and shield again. They're trying to repair everything. I guess I'll get this guy in his throne room. All getting poison. I like the poison. Beautiful poison. More fires. I have to take the slower out here. I'd like to kill all the crew, but I gotta conserve my health, right? Okay, wait to fire again. Kill these guys, hopefully. Let's just fire all on the shield. Life support's down, too. Let's get the guy life support. Where's the fire? We got fire in the door room. Okay, we just blew him up, right? I heard him explode. Huh, how hard to vent this? Let's see if we do that. Okay, easy. 26, nice. Okay, 9 scrap, okay. Let's put you back on the throne, and then we'll close the doors. I X them. X. Okay, X to close, and we'll warp back. Okay, how's my health? 73. Okay. Okay, just get out here, and then we have another zone hazard. Ion storm. Okay. If you hit these nodes with the exclamation point, you're going to get a little extra score at the end. That means more resonance. Okay, ion storm. This is a bigger ship. And no, they do have a door system, so I should get over there as soon as I can. You run in here, and these guys are, yeah, DPS 3. Okay, and they have missiles too. So what kind of missile is it? It's a disruptor. Ooh, that'll do island damage. Okay. Yeah, they got a lot of disruption. Yeah, I'm gonna go after their missile first, and then they have maybe missile, then maybe doors, and then we can break their shield pretty easily, right? So he run in here, and then I'm gonna get the cast ready. Okay, throw the cast. Takes like a second to run. Okay, I gotta be careful. I timed it so it would go almost immediately. Okay, I'm in there. I'm gonna run in there to help them out. They're not. Oh, they can't man. Okay, they can't man their system yet. Never mind. Let's see. What are we doing here? Oh, there's 4 guys. That's not good. Let me run into their. I'm going to run to the weapons room, so we just have to deal with 2 of them, because that's going to take off a lot of our health, right? He's starting to do ion damage to me. Ooh, okay, we're going to take some damage here. Shields are down. I better start firing. I'll fire into missiles first. Okay, we got the missiles destroyed. How's my health? Okay, about the same. Okay, I got the engines destroyed, and you know I'm gonna go ahead and recall because we got the engines destroyed, missiles destroyed, and they can't break our shield. We'll just have to deal with them. I'm trying to conserve my health, right? Yeah, see, he's down to 51 now. Not great. Let me get on this ship. You go back in the weapon room. See, our shields are now down. Yeah, we're taking some damage now. Okay, we're gonna fire into. I'm gonna fire into weapons because we can break. Well, he's got his evasion bag. Not good. I'll fire on his throne. I guess if we hit on the throne, then wow, they repaired engines quick. If we hit throne, then it'll be poison, right? To try and get that evasion. We'll see. Ooh, nice. Okay, so we damaged. All he's got left is ionization. So we're trying to tell they got their missiles up already. Wow, amazing. Yeah, I should have. Yeah, I could send him over there and leave some poison. That's a thought. Maybe I'll do that real quick. I know he's really hurt, but that'd be funny. I'll go over there and cast some poison and then recall him back. Let me do that real quick. What's the health? Okay. Where's he end up? Oh, he's in there. Okay, I'm gonna run him in into the. Let me run him over here. Oh, he can't get out. Okay, never mind. Well, they have their doors manned. All right, that didn't work very well. That's stupid of me. Very dumb. Okay, that didn't work. Trying to be clever. Okay, we'll fire into the weapon. Oh, they're already poisoned there, right? Let me fire into shield room and into missile. Into shield. Bluey. Nice. Okay. Now our engines are. Oh, wow. I don't like these ion storms. A couple of seconds. Not bad. Okay, power's back. Good. Okay. Shield up. Oh, keeps taking down our shields. Okay, weapons up. Hopefully this will end it. Good. Alright. Get out of here. 15 scrap. Taking a lot of damage. Okay, let's warp out. So now we're going to hit our first shot. I should have done systems, but maybe that was a better shot to hit, but okay, let's see what we got. We have a lance. Ooh, oh, man, I want this lance because that'll give us incredible stopping power and has 4 shots. So, and then we have dark matter prisms. These are supposedly really good. You want to keep them. It lets you, gives you 1-shot teleports that does 15 damage to enemies. This is attractive. We could afford this. Then we have some weapons. This gives extra hit points. Now, supposedly, you'd prefer to get a tool that reduces DPS instead of this. So we're not going to get the power field. Ripper Fist. Okay, this would be good for my... this would be okay. Because it allows other crew members to break through doors, right? 1000%. So that's not bad. Holy Scepter. Oh, this is great. And it purifies friendly crew. This would be good for my commander. Because if there's poison on the ship, I don't care, right? I can operate in it. So this would be really good. I should get this for my commander. And we also have a med drone. This, yeah, I could get this as well. A lot of things are tempting here. So I'm going to get the lance. I think this will, it's not really necessary right now, but it's going to help us out later. So that's 15, 65, 85. Okay. And graviton cannon. I don't care about that. Ion tunneler. Oh, well. That's tempting too. But I can't afford it, right? And we can get that weapon there. I'm going to get the lance because this will help us out. This is like 1 shot, and this will give us a pretty good advantage. We can use it throughout pretty much all the way to the end of the game, right? 4 shots. I mean, that's awesome. So this is definitely a weapon we're going to take. And we can also use it along with these. I can disable one of these weapons and use this initially and have 2 of these online. And so, well, I'll show you once we get out there. And then I'm going to get this for my my character, or my mutant, and then I can also get this one for my my Death Knight. And then, well, how's our health? He's kind of weak. So he's going to have a hard time. And this does 25. I'm going to buy one right now. This is just kind of like a trade-off. And who can use it? Who has a tool slot? Yeah, I have a tool slot. No psychomancies here, right? Yeah, so I'm going to get one of these. And these are supposed to be really good, but I'd rather get a translocator, a heavy translocator. I mean, this is something that you could purchase and maybe use at the end, but I've already got a way to get on the enemy ship, right? I've got this. So... and we only got 13 scrap left, so I'm going to conserve some of that scrap. Probably going to need it for a shop later, right? So this will help heal my crew to get ready for the next... probably don't need to do this, but I'm just going to do it. You know, I'm just a Torment 6 player, right? Okay. So I think this is good. We'll conserve the rest of our scrap. And let me go ahead and get this equipped. And we just use it right now. And you have a tool slot. And I'll run him in here. And we'll just get healed. Heal up right now. Okay, now we're well healed. Maybe I should have waited and gotten the 50% and used it afterwards, but this is fine. I think we'll get a higher amount, right? 50%, that'll be a higher amount, right? So, alright. And let me go ahead and assign the new weapons. So, Purify will be on my character. Now I've got a DPS of 5. And then my Death Knight will get this, and he doesn't need this. And now I've got a DPS of 6. And we get +3 in a small room, so that means if he winds up in a the command throne, he'll be doing DPS on whoever's in that command. Unfortunately, in that command throne, right? So that's good for him. That'll help him out quite a bit, and he can bust through doors 1,000%. That'll be awesome. And so we'll have an easier time meeting each other up. All right, I'm happy with that transaction. And now, what I can do on the lance here, if you see, I've got this lance. Now this is going to be ready to shoot at the start of the gun of the match, and then or the encounter. And once I'm done with 4 shots, I can just turn this off and turn this on. Now I'm back to 3 putrefactors. So this is really good, really fortunate for us. This makes this really powerful and offensive capability. In fact, I may not even have to board in some cases. I might be able just to, if the lance is successful hitting, I might be able to just board. And this also reduces my boarding time, because if I can start doing damage on the weapons initially, like do 1 shot on weapons, then I board, I'll do more damage, and then these guys don't have to stay around as long on the enemy ship. He'll conserve his health that way. So this worked out. We'll see what's ahead. So I'd like some more crew. A system would be good though. System would be really good. Like one thing in this game, I kind of learned the hard way in my last game, is that and some of the guides say you always want to try and get shops with systems, because some of these systems you may not, if you pass them up, you may not find them again. So even though I want crew, a system, if we get something like a shield charger, we could find that, have it ready, or a hull reaper, or even a siege beam. Those three things would be really helpful to beating the final boss, right? And we need crew, but we can find crew along the way, right? Sometimes you don't find crew until like near the very end. And so, and I wouldn't even mind, it's not a doctrine for the higher Torment players, so I wouldn't mind auto-surging, because then I can heal my guys in between missions. If you saw my last playthrough with the Exile, I was kind of abusing that. I got near I think Sector 5, I finally had to upgrade to Auto-Surgeon 5, and I was just boarding, chewing everything up, recall, heal, and go back. And the Auto-Surgeon 3 heals at 12 DPS a second, or excuse me, 12 hit points a second. So it's really powerful. You can heal fast and get back into action fast. So that's also not an option for me. Not ideal. So I'll think about that. Because right now we're doing pretty well with this. Let me see where I want to go. We did encounter, we already got a little stuck with the doors. I wasn't expecting the doors to be that challenging. And we have no choice but to hit these shipyards. And maybe we'll get a Husk there. I wouldn't mind getting a Husk. That's the way we can get our crew. Okay, let's discover an abandoned Corsair hauler. Vessels intercepted by Imperial patrol ship. Now, one thing about these events, and I'll just warn it to you, sometimes you run to an event and it kills off one of your crew members. You can't do anything about it. It's really, really one of the things about the game I hate. But it's a roguelike game. That's what happens, right? You run to an event and you you have to gamble. So you either investigate or you ignore it. I'm gonna go investigate. Maybe it's a trap, but I got my lance, right? Oh, okay. Hidden crawl space and 14's empty. So we got 8 scrap and nobody died. Okay, well that's good, and we healed up a little bit, so that's good. All right. Very well. I'll take 8 scrap. And we're going to be heading here, so I guess I'll head right here. Gives us more optionality on the nose. Everybody's well rested. Oh, we have an Imperial ship. Okay, let's attack the Imperial ship. Okay, we can't see inside, fine. Oh, they're boarding us. Oh, okay. Let's see. I'll go ahead and just fire the lance into the weapon room. And I'll run in here just to see where he's probably going to board in shield room, or it could be in any one of these rooms here. Just let me get my guy off. And, oh, he's going into the door room, looks like. So you guys head over here. Okay, it's a marshal. We'll make short work of him with our new weapons, hopefully. And you move in here, and we have a guy. Oh, he has a force shield up. Okay, so that means we can't shoot a weapon in there, but that's fine. So we'll take this guy out very quickly. Okay, and oh, I like that Purify. See, I wanted to Purify, now I've got it. That's awesome. So that's what I said earlier about luck in the game. That's one thing I love about this game is you start off at a big disadvantage and you get something like this. I mean, I love this. This is one thing I really like about the game. It's random. I mean, I could have had something worse happen, right? I could have lost my crew, and now I got this great gift from the game, from the Fallen God King, and now I'm going to be able to exploit it. Now, that's what I love about this. So now let me get these guys on to where they need to be, which is on the enemy ship. Hello, guys. And we're going to run up here, the weapon room, and have more fun. Maybe I should go into the door room, right? Then I won't have a problem anymore. Now I got to go in the weapon room, and I can also, let me go interrupt this guy, and then I'll meet you in the weapon room. How's that? Interrupted. Okay, now let's run back in here. Okay, now we're taking care of that. I got another lance, and so I guess I'll go after the shields this time. And I have Purify, right? So I can fire Putrefactor in here. Does it do crew damage? Okay, let's see. I don't think it does any crew damage, so I'll just fire in here. That'll help my guys out now, right? Now both guys will be helped by this. Firing the shields, firing the weapons. Oh man, nice. And I didn't take any damage from that, I guess. So now we got 2 guys, and now I could feasibly, now that shields are down, I could just leave, right? I can just leave. I don't have to take any more damage. How's my health? Health is, yeah. So let's leave. Let's just leave. I know it's going to take longer, but I don't have any way to heal my guys, so we're just going to leave. And, bye guys. Ta-ta. And now I'm just going to lance and gas him. This is awesome. I should have left him another gas gift with this guy. I'm going to replace this spell too when we get the chance. This thing takes only 12 seconds. This is a great, oh man, this is so awesome. I know they're in there repairing it. I'm going to gas him again, I guess. Well, let's see. I'm going to destroy next. I'll just keep hitting shields and I'll keep hitting weapons. I guess I'll do both, right? One on each. Oh, they just took poison damage. I gassed this one too, so I know it's taking time, but I got one more lance shot left. Okay, let's fire into... Oh, they died. Okay, welding torch plus 8. I'm going to take all the scrap. Oh, discover the rare vessel and destroyed by a stray shot. You salvage what you can, 30 scrap. Nice. Okay, that went really, really, really well. All right. And we're in great health, great shape. Nice. Okay, let's move on. And let's see. Don't even matter where we go. Okay. Signals gathered from nearby communication room reveal exists a large Corsair convoy. Pirate vessels ferrying an assortment of material. The times you do this, you take damage. You don't. They like turn on you, and you're not going to do well. Let's attack the convoy, see what happens. Oh, good. And they have reinforced doors. Not good. And they have. Okay, servo husks. I don't see any combat husks. That's good. Okay. And okay, all servos. Okay, good. Okay. You mount a solid convoy. Most of the ships manage to escape. Okay. And I guess we'll try to. Try to board. Let's try to board and just see what we got. Curious to see how this goes, and I'll lance into. You know, I can lance in the doors, then my guys can run amok, right? So I'm gonna lance in the doors. In fact, let me wait on that. I'm gonna move them in, and then I'll lance the doors, right? So you move here, and get the spell ready. Okay, it's almost in there. Okay, get that ready, and I'm gonna lance the door right now. Hopefully it doesn't hurt my guy. Okay, doors are now hurt, and where my guy? You're here. My guy's in the shield room, so I'm gonna meet in the shield room. I guess we can just take down shields. So we'll run in there, help them out. And let's see. When we get the first kill, I'll be able to smother them, right? Let's see. Wait for the first kill. He's running out of there. Oh, that punk. Should have smothered him early. Okay, they're rotating guys, which is good. I'm glad they rotate them. How's my health doing? Health is doing good. Oh, they're running away. I love it. Okay, my putrefactor's up. I should go after their weapons because they're doing damage to me, right? So let's see. Boom. Oh, we set a start a fire. Okay. And let's see. Now they got a Husk in there. They're sending all their people out. This is really good. Now we got their weapons damaged. The only thing's left is the graviton cannon. So let's take all the weapons out. And now I can gas them. Let me gas the room. The room is gassed. And now I can leave. I think I can leave. I think we got them at our mercy. I mean, they can still fire at me if I'm not too worried about it. Conserve some health, right? And now we got the weapons destroyed. So now, now we're just gonna take them out. These take 12 seconds. Yeah, they all take 12 seconds. These weapons to recharge. So I'm waiting. Now they're in there. I'll be able to gas them again. Let's gas them again. Shields down. They're not preparing shields, which is good. Okay, we'll hit that again. Oh, they're trying to get shields up. Okay. Ooh, they all took some damage from that. Okay. So we ought to one hull. I gotta get those shields down. Just waiting. Oh, somebody died. Poisoning. Okay. We got the shields back, so I gotta break shields again, but that's not a problem. Only 5 evasion, and then the lance. Hopefully the lance will finish them off. Let's see. That's it. Nice. This is great. I'll be with my air. 31 scrap. Only get the air. I forgot about the air. X wouldn't work. I hit the wrong key. All right. Okay. Put you back here. I guess I need to do the station. Put everybody back in the stations, right? Is he in the shield room? He's in the weapons room, right? So let's save stations again. Right. Very nice. We did take 1 hull damage. It looks like. But let's move on. And now we'll go to the station. I guess I'm gonna hit the system room. I like crew, but we're doing well in this current state, right? Doing pretty well. And let me see. Okay, this is only 12 scrap a hull. And we got decent munitions. We don't need to use them. I'm gonna get a machine slave. It's just an extra character to have who can, I guess, man our weapons. I like to have our weapons up to fire as quick as possible, be aggressive. So I guess I'll put him on sensors for now, so you can see what's in there, and you get on weapons. I would like to get another guy on the shields, but we're just going to have to wait. Maybe I could put him on. No, we need our evasion up. Of course, the evasion doesn't, if he's off the throne, we get evasion of 0. So it doesn't really matter. I could put him on shields. I guess it makes sense to put him on shields instead. But, oh, we need somebody on that. I keep forgetting. We need somebody here so we can warp, right? I forgot. He has to stay there. Unfortunate, but... Okay. So what I'm going to do is when we need to board now, I'm just going to run him into the same room as the knight, and then we'll board out. So, alright. Let's move on. Next sector. We have 100 scrap. 102 scrap. Oh! Oh no, they're on fire. Oh, what a shame. Okay, I'm not going to board this ship because I think we're just going to get killed. So let's take out, what do they got? Yeah, they can break shields. Let's go after weapons. Okay, we got the weapon damage, so... And I'm just going to keep lancing and gassing, and all I gotta do is break the shield and it's over, right? So I don't have to go in there. Now, you have a 20 evasion, that's not good. I guess I should, and he's, now, even though he has suffocation immunity, the commander, he's not immune to poison, so I can still poison him in there. We're trying to repair. I guess I'll keep pressure on weapons, and then let me try and get shields down best I can. Okay, weapons destroyed. Oh, that was it. Yeah. Like that, 12 scrap. Not much scrap. Okay, let's move to this, what do they have up here? Yeah, crew contract. Okay, let's move and see if we can get a decent system. Maybe I wouldn't even mind getting a missile bay. It's overkill, but... Okay. Oh, shield charger. Well, I'm going to have to get it, because we may not get it later. I learned that the hard way. So we're going to get the shield charger, and that will make us... It's more of an investment. It'll make us a lot powerful later in the game. And where can I put the shield charger? We can get to it, vent it, repair it real quick. I guess I'll put it right here. If we have a fire, though, I'm going to have to open this up and vent, right? Yeah, one thing about the ship, it doesn't have great venting. That's the only thing. See, like, if a fire's here, I've got to get out here. So let me put it somewhere else that's at least close to a vent. And we can repair it. So I've got a Husk here. I guess I can put it right here. I'll just put it there. Okay, now we got a shield charger. Not necessarily powering it up just yet. We don't really need it. Just maybe in the next sector we could use it. But I would like to save some scrap for shield 2. At some point may need it. Can't afford anything else here. I don't need a repair hull. I don't need munitions. Don't really have anything to sell. This is tempting to get as an investment later, but so far I'm liking where we're at. I don't think we'll necessarily need this. One strategy I used to do on lower torments was to get a Fury missile and then get up to like missile 2, missile 3, because this missile fires in 6 seconds. If you get missile 3, you'll fire in like 3 seconds, but you need a ton of munitions. But I don't think I need to design a strategy around that. They also have a siege bombard. This is also good, but if I understand from reading strategies or hearing strategies of better players than me, it drops off much later in the game as far as it goes. So you don't necessarily need this to beat the boss. Giving up some good weapons here, but magnetic pulse, 17-second charge time, 18. Devastator beam. Anyway, we got the shield charge. That's the most important thing. And there's not. I could power it, I guess. I mean, there's nothing else ahead of us, right? So I may as well just power it up. Let's go ahead and use it. Use it while we got it, right? So that's going to cost 20. Now we got a shield charger. I just have to remember to use it. Sometimes I'll forget. So this is looking really good so far. No crew, new crew. Well, we got a Husk, but now we got this shield charger in lieu of shield 2. Now this is going to be kind of like tough to micromanage because, you know, one hit, and I've got to see if we're having problems getting weapons down, right? I still would like to get shield 2 at some point, and the expense is going to be 50, 70, 95. So it's cost like almost 100 scrap to get shield 2. So I'd still like to invest in the ship, like either may get some more crew. More crew would be nice, you know, to manage our systems, so we're even more powerful in boarding. And I'd also, even though I've got a door breaking ability now, you see it's a little, I still have to kind of hope the enemy doesn't have strong doors up. So now I can also use my lance to take out doors and then try to rush my crew in there to take out weapons, right? Not really the best strategy because they'll still get shots off on us while we're fighting, right? You saw in that last battle that the enemy was moving their wounded crew out of the room, which is fine. I like that challenge. They're moving out of there. So what happens apparently in the game, I didn't really fully understand this. If you kill an enemy crew while they're in a room with the system, it'll damage that system. So you really don't want enemy crew to leave the room if you can. That's why it's even better to get a psyker with a one of the stun, like the psychic shriek abilities, or even a one of those terror amplifiers. A terror amplifier would help my crew also, because I'm not crazy about it because it only hits one room at a time, but it would keep them in the room so you can do damage to the system. So if we have an opportunity to get one, it might be an option. We'll see how many slots left. I got 4 slots left. Ideally, it's going to be for missile, siege beam, hull reaper, and then we got 1 slot left, which typically I don't fill out that next slot. But anyway, I'm really happy we got this early. So let's enough talk. Let's move on. We got Chaos Engine. Teleport all crew in the current room to random rooms in the opposing ship. Well, okay. Let me check something here. Now, regarding the abstract wound, you can go here and you get a battle. So I may as well just go there and fight, right? It's a free. We'll get a battle for free, and then this would bump the torment up 4 levels. So if you continue, select the option, you'll go up to Torment 10. I don't want to do Torment 10 just yet. I'm not ready for that. That leads to a big reduction in scrap. But we are going to travel there. I've never been to an abstract node. So Chaos Engine, I forgot what this sells for, but now I have another way to get a crew member on the ship. So if we get another crew member with a tool, I mean, I could even give it to him if I wanted to. But now I have to think about this. I could either sell it or just give it to another crew member once the crew gets built up. So I may just hold on to this, because this is another way I can board the enemy ship, right? Oh, by the way, one thing I forgot to mention, that another thing that's powerful about this rift is that you can use it as anti-boarding. If, let's say, for example, we got boarded, like this guy showed up here, what I could have done, instead of having my guys come over and fight him, if these guys were indisposed or too weak, I could have cast the Chaos Rift on him and was sent him right back to the enemy ship. Of course, they have an assault sled, he could have come right back once it recharged, right? But still, it's nice having that option. Like if we get boarded by mutants, they start attacking the shield room, I could cast the Rift and then send them, back to the enemy ship. Now, that doesn't work if you're boarded just by random. Like if there's some events where you get boarded. If I cast the Rift, it wouldn't work. Just FYI. So it only works if there's an enemy ship to send them back to. Okay, let's head to the abstract wound. I've never visited one of these, believe it or not. We're gonna see what's there. Hopefully it's a battle. Okay, we're gonna approach the rupture. Ah, it's a demon ship. Nice. Nice. Step closer. Okay, as you approach the rupture, your sensors begin issuing a warning alert. A hostile entity has been detected. Your view screen flickers to life. Step closer and let the gods carve their will into your bones. Nice. And he has a thunder cannon and a disruptor. Okay. And he has a, looks like a siege bombard, and everything else not nice. Okay. Well, I think we can still board this ship. I don't know if I really want to. So I guess I'll go after his weapons, right? Let's just do the same routine. I'll start hitting weapons, and my poison weapons won't do anything here. I'll go after the heart, right? You destroy the heart, then, but it's kind of hard to hit the heart because you're in one room, right? So you need one guy in there who can do it. In fact, really, I'll do is I'll board into weapons and destroy the heart, and then you can't repair the weapons. Maybe I'll do that. So we're just gonna board this little demon ship just for fun, right? And I'll put the, we're gonna try and load in here, and let's see what he has. This is a pit lord. Ooh, it's a 90. Okay, reduces enemy DPS by 1. Okay, we're gonna try and go. That's who this. We're gonna try and fight this thing, just for giggles, right? Bleeps and giggles. Okay, so maybe I should go after the weapons. Then we can get the heart down pretty easily, right? Yeah, I'll go ahead and lance the weapon. So because he's got this shield bombard, right? That's gonna be a problem for me. Okay, let's get over there on the ship. Okay, got the damage done, and now we're gonna run up to. And he's trying to cast a spell. Oh, 2 skeletons. All right. Well, I'm gonna run up here, and we're gonna fight this sucker instead. How's that? Oh, he's sending skeletons after him. I may have to come back soon. Let me run onto the doors. I'm gonna run him into the door, see if he gets there in time. Okay, he's in there now. We got him trapped. It's just 1 skeleton, looks like, and that's fine. And try and do some damage to him. And let's see. We got 1 weapon down, and yeah, we're taking a lot of damage here. Wow, I'm already down to 74. Yeah, we're taking way too much damage here. And we're not gonna be able to kill this guy. Yeah, we don't have DPS to kill this guy. So I'm gonna recall him back. I'm not gonna be able to fight him. And And we're gonna go after the skeleton instead. Let me go start firing into his shields here. And I'm gonna turn on the charger just as a hedge here, just in case. We're back on the ship. We're gonna run over and attack this skeleton. I got the lance up again. I'll fire. See his weapons are up already. I'll fire into the weapon again. Oh, it missed. Oh, that's not good. Okay, you go here and you go. We're gonna help him out. He missed. That's because of that 15% evasion from the demon heart. Okay, Purify, which is nice. There it is. Oh, there are two skeletons. Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay, we got the skeletons away, so let me Purify back on their stations. So we get that evasion back. Yeah, now he's firing a disruptor at me. I'm a tougher shot than I thought. Okay, fire before he disrupts my weapons. I'll fire into his weapons. And, my lance is not up yet. So he's trying to disable my command throne, which is fine. I'll fire into his. Let's see. Fire into the siege bombard this time. Take it out. He's trying to fire another. He's saying more. Okay, we got the siege bombard down. That's good. He's saying more skeletons at me. Punk. Okay, so I guess I'll get this guy up here where I don't know where the skulls are going to show up. Skeleton's going to show up, so I'm just going to run up here. They're over there. You're going to run over here, and you're going to run over here. Okay, running after him. He's got the doors. He's got them locked in now. So I'll just let him in. They can all fight him, right? The thing looks like a little elephant, doesn't it? It's a bit more, but I don't know, it looks like an elephant to me. Okay, now my Deathbringer's getting some action. He has a DPS of 2. Does this reduce DPS? Oh, it reduces enemy DPS by 1. I didn't realize that. I guess that's why we have a problem. Okay, lance. Fire into weapons. Fire into shield. Hopefully this will be it. Ah! It, one shot missed again. Oh, man. Okay. Let's, you go back onto there. I'm going to command shields. Okay, we're having a tough fight here. My lance is out, so I've got to get my other Putrefactor up. So now I'm out of lance shots, but my shield recharger's back at least. He's trying to repair his siege bombard. And he's going to send more demons at us, it sounds like. Oh, it's that guy. Okay, let's fire into shields again. Another shot missed. God damn. Okay, I may have to just wait and fire everything at once. Okay, you run out of there and you run in here. Two skeletons again. I'll go help him out. And I'm going to turn on my shield charger again since he's doing damage to us. Man, it's getting tough. Now I'm going to wait because some of our shots are missing. So I'm just going to have to wait till all these shots are up. Fire one big volley at once, so we'll fire everything we have in the shields. Maybe we'll hit this time. Now he's got 3. Now he's got both his weapons firing at me again. There we go, finally. Whew, that was a tough fight. Man, I do need shield too. Okay, now it says the thing that stood watch dies without ceremony, as if this moment had already been decided. Ahead, the subspace rupture awaits. Increase game difficulty or leave. We're just gonna leave. Alright. That was a tough battle. That was the toughest one I've had yet, wasn't it? So I thought all this stuff would help me, but apparently not. Good thing I got the shield recharger. We didn't take any hull damage, it looks like, so that's good. We took a lot of crew damage, so that was... now I know what to expect if we get to an exclusion zone, right? Okay, one more node, and we're out of here. Let's hope for something good. Oh, okay. Alright. And only got one shield, so... I'm just gonna have to board. We're gonna rest up, right? So I guess we'll go ahead and do the boring thing. I know we're a little weak here. We're gonna try it, and I'll get the lance online. I'll go ahead and fire into. Hopefully we can hit the weapons. And they got thunder cannon and disruptor. Okay. Let me get the chaos rift ready. Okay, chaos rift them. They don't have a door system. That'll be easy to deal with. Okay, we're in the shield room. I'm gonna run into the weapon room. Come after us. What's their DPS? DPS 4. Okay, they're doing some damage. They're gonna do some damage to us. I'm gonna. I guess I don't want to poison my guy. I'll wait till we get a kill, maybe. If we get a kill, I don't know if we're gonna get one. Yeah, they're doing some serious damage to us. Looks like. Yeah, I'm down to less than half my health. Yeah, so this ain't gonna work. I'm just gonna have to recall. We're just not strong enough to do as much damage as I thought we would. I'm trying to conserve health for the next system, right? So We already damaged the weapons, right? So I'm just going to recall this isn't working very well, as I thought. You run, our shields are down. We lance into weapons again. And we'll putrefactor. I guess I'll poison them, right? Try to poison them. Good. Oh, it missed. Okay, I've got them poisoned and the weapons are destroyed. Good. So now they're poisoned. Shields are down. Now shields are back up. Good. Oh, I should have turned on my charger, but their weapons are down. Doesn't matter. So, ooh, a rock. Let me. I don't know if it's too late to do it. Okay, I was worried about. I forgot there's asteroids. That could have done damage to it. So you can even probably should use the shield charger even against the asteroids. I just didn't think about it. Okay, get the lance up. I'm glad they're being poisoned. Okay, let's see. Fire into shield this time, I guess, and then we'll keep firing into their weapons. Shield down, nice. Now they're down to one more hull. So one more shot, and that's it. Move on. Oh. 26 scrap, that's pretty good. And sometimes you don't get that great of a scrap, but we get munitions, right? I'm just gonna kill them. See if we get more this time. I'd rather get the munitions. They give me some munitions, we'll let them go. But they might. Oh, this. I think this is gonna kill them. Haha, the asteroid killed them. Alright, see, I can kill him as the asteroid. Oh. Ah. 7 munitions. Okay, that's good. Because that's three scrap each, right? So that's 21 to... that's 23. Not as much as they're going to give us. And this is useless. This is a... apparently, if you have a launch bay and you can steer enemy crew into it, you can load them. And then it will do 140 damage. So it's kind of dumb. I don't know why this thing is there. Anyway, don't go into it. So I'm going to get this. So we didn't really tell them out ahead. I should have accepted. Sometimes you want to accept the surrender fee, right? The surrender bribe. So I should have done that, but now we know. Okay, now we're going to get to the Stargate, and that's it. And before we go, because we're going to miss things, trying to think what would have been better. I guess I probably should have stopped by here to get the first system, but I don't know if I had enough scrap to afford everything I wanted. This was still a good hit because I had a system. We got that lance, right? And then here we managed to get the shield charger. Not really necessary yet, but you may not run into it ever again in the game, right? Before we go some crew, I would like some more crew. So we'll go ahead and head to the Stargate and we'll be ending the video for about an hour, I guess. Rest it up. And let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. So this should be interesting. So we're going to have, we only have one exclusion zone again. Yeah, I don't like the fact that we only have one exclusion zone. You ideally want to hit exclusion zones because you have more scrap, right? And there's a couple of options here we could look at. One option is to hit the Shrine World and on the hope that we can get a crew member, Imperial crew member with the Aetheric Gate. I had that in my game playing as the Cannibal. It lets you teleport 4 people with the caster to a room that you want. You don't have this random chaotic, this random placement of all your crew members, right? That'd be something that'd be advantageous. However, going through the exclusion zone will give us a lot more scrap, right? We'll probably encounter the interfacers, though we are right now a little challenged fighting the enemy ships without any kind of suffocation protection, right? I really need to get something to heal my crew because I'm just not going to do well on those demonic ships, right? You saw that was the toughest battle I had already. I need to get maybe another weapon or shield 2 just to help survive the battle, and then we have the boarding by the demons, right? That's going to be a problem. You know, I can use Chaotic Rift on that. So this may be a challenge. I've got the Lance. The Lance would help me take out engines, but it's going to be a tough battle going through here. Another option is I go back here and just kind of have a comfortable time, try and get those extra crewmen, and then we have a better time dealing with the exclusion zone in Sector 3. Plus, in this sector, we're going to get more scrap. One thing is there's a modifier you get when you go, so we can get a lot of scrap this first zone. In the second zone, the amount of scrap you get, there is a range of scrap. I forgot what the RAM number is, but it's multiplied by like 1.1 or 1.2. There's a factor they multiply by, so you get more scrap. So I'd almost rather get or wait to hit the exclusion zone until we hit this one, because then we'll be probably in better shape. Now, even though this is a neutral zone, there's going to be a lot more shops, see? So if we use our scrap right, we might be able to get what we want. We might be able to get some better crew and get another system. Maybe we can get a Siege Beam or Hull Reaper. That'd also be good up against the enemies here in the exclusion zone. So then after this zone, we'd have a choice of war zones to hit. And these war zones would give us a lot more combat action, and they're not as good as exclusion zones, but we get a lot more scrap that way, whoever's running these zones. So And the Death Cult sector, you generally want to avoid these because you get a lot of summons. Right now, we have an advantage going through the Death Cult sector because we're going to be immune to the poison, at least mostly immune, and then my commander has a weapon that purifies him when an enemy's killed, right? So we've got that going. That would actually help us in this Death Cult sector. Plus, I like some of the Death Cult Psychers. I like the ones the greater Necromancers that do the 5 goals. I found those, they're not really strong, but they've helped me a lot, even against these exclusion zones. But I think we really need the boarding. The boarding is the most important thing. So I'm probably going to do in the next playthrough is hit this Imperial Shrine World. That'll be the next path. But anyway, it's been an hour, and I'm trying to keep these videos no longer an hour. So overall, we did okay. I got some equipment for my commander, a good one. This Holy Scepter was a lucky find, and it does additional damage against. And I'm still would like to get another weapon for him. We picked up this Chaos Engine. I'm not really sure what to do with this. Yeah, I'll have to figure out what to do. I could even equip him with it, right? I've got a tool slot. I could use it. So I have a way to even, if, for example, let's say he was, well, he can only, yeah, all crew and current. Oh, this teleports everybody. Okay. So this is the same. This is pretty much the same thing as this Chaos Rift, right? So I could even equip. He didn't have a tool slot, right? No, he doesn't. He has a weapon slot. I forgot. So I could even use him as a boarder, really. If I had him some good armor and a weapon, he could board with us. Huh. Something to think about. And he's got the extra Psyker slot. I still need to get him an extra Psychomancy, right? So I need to get a Psychomancy from him. I need to replace this with something a little bit better. So I still have potential. I basically have two Psyker slots here. And I could even, I'll probably keep this. This is more flexible, right? Because you can use it on crew, use it on enemy members. And this one I might even be able to give it to another crew member later. Right? It'd be kind of nuts to have a complete boarding system based on this, and this will teleport everybody in, right? So something to think about. I mean, it's not conventional, not really ideal, but something to think about. So all right, well, first sector did okay. I mean, we solved a few problems, still have a few remaining to solve, but we'll see what happens in the next video. So thanks for watching, take care.